We're getting ready to set sail on our first ever Carnival Cruise, and we're inviting you to come aboard with us. Good bright and early morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special embarkation day. Today we are hopping on the Brightline and making our way from Orlando down south all the way to Miami to board the Carnival Conquest, where we are getting ready to embark on a 3-night cruise to Celebration Key, Carnival's new private island destination. We are only the second cruise to ever visit Celebration Key, and I am super excited to head on down there and check it out for myself and see what it's all about and experience my first ever Carnival Cruise. We'll get into more details on this cruise a little bit later, but for right now we're going to check out of our hotel here near MCO Orlando International Airport, which, by the way, we spent the night at the Hilton Garden Inn just outside of Orlando International Airport property. Really nice hotel. I do think we got an upgrade, but it was really nice. Let's go ahead and make our way over to the Brightline station, guys. Okay, a quick 10-minute car ride later, we have made it to the Brightline station. My train leaves in about 10 minutes, which is cutting it a little closer than I would like. It is entirely my fault. We did get a late start this morning. My train leaves at 5:23 and it is 5:12 right now. So yeah, just cutting it a little close. But we have made it here. We're gonna get ourselves checked in. Well, I'm actually already checked in. We're gonna go through security and hop on the train and get this 3-hour ride started. Alright, and with that, welcome to the Miami Brightline station. We're going to make our way over to the rideshare area where we're going to pick up an Uber and head on over to the hotel where my friend is staying at. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be sailing with Coda this time around, but I do have a sailing buddy and I cannot wait for you guys to meet him. Alright guys, we have made it to the hotel here in Miami. We have met up with a good friend, Steven from Good Morning Adventures. Give this man a subscribe. Go over to his channel and watch his stuff and subscribe. He is a severely underrated cruise vlogger. If you guys are looking for a lot more cruise content than what I have, go over to his channel. Check him out. Give him a follow. Steven, it's great to finally meet you.
Good morning. Finally happening. We've been trying to plan trips for a decade, I feel like.
I know. It's been a couple years that we've been trying to plan a trip, and we finally did it.
We're going on on a Carnival Cruise.
On a Carnival Cruise.
His favorite cruise line.
This man got the Disney cruise vlogger to go on a Carnival Cruise, and we're about to have the time of our lives, I'm sure. It's going to be a very interesting experience, but yeah, you've been on how many Carnival Cruises? 5 Carnival Cruises. So yeah, he's the expert on Carnival Cruise Line. I'm the expert on Disney Cruise Line, and we're about to go and experience Celebration Key together for the first time, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I wanted to give him a little shout out. You guys are going to be seeing him throughout this entire series. We're about to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a bro cruise. It's going to be a bro cruise. A bro cruise.
A fun bro cruise. We have to use fun because it's Carnival.
Oh yeah,
We're
fun. That
required.
is legally. Yep,
Legally
fun.
required.
TM.
Fun.
All right, let's go ahead and get our stuff and get down to the terminal. So I want to point out the cruise tags that we have, or luggage tags. So we paid extra for the faster to fun, and this is basically supposed to get us onto the ship faster, and it's also supposed to get our bags to the room a little bit faster. So we'll see how this goes. It was $80 per stateroom to do this, and thankfully Steven had a couple of luggage tags printed out and clips, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, I wanted to point that out just so that way we can reference this a little bit later. Checking our bags in with the porters. Hello.
I got it from here. Thank you guys. Go right across the street. Okay?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Have a blessing.
All right, welcome to Cruise Terminal F. We are getting ready to board the Carnival Conquest. I already see a sign that says priority, faster to fun, and special assistance. So let's go ahead on in that way and get this party started. So something different about Carnival is that you actually have to print out your boarding pass. There's no digital one. So you can see boarding pass arrival at 11 to 11:30, boarding group C06. Any idea why this is a thing?
Why it's a thing? I don't know.
We don't know.
I have no idea.
But it's worth pointing out that it does say faster to the fun on it, so that's what gets us into the priority line. All right, let's see how it works. So we have the regular line over there, and then we have the priority line over here. So already we're seeing some benefits from the fast to the fun, which is really cool. I love that. We don't have to stand in that line. It looks like we can just check in right here. All right, we have finished our check-in. We're about to head on upstairs, but we have a video screen over here showing some shots of Carnival cruise ships. We have another check-in area over here that's kind of like the like special assistance area if you have anything extra going on. And then we have our escalators over here and elevators. You can see Steven filming right now as well. Gotcha. All right, it is time for security, and it says bags down for dogs. I'm not putting the camera up here. Putting the backpacks down. Got to pass the sniff test. They got to make sure we're not bringing anything we're not supposed to be bringing on board. They have us like lined up in a row, just everyone's bags are on the floor, and they're bringing a dog around. I think we passed. I think we're good. As long as he doesn't sit down, I think we're good. But I don't think we can touch our bags until they tell us to. Oh, see, there you go. We passed the sniff test. Up, stay in the line. So because we have the faster to the fun, we actually get priority boarding. So since they already started boarding the ship, we don't necessarily have to wait for a specific boarding group to get called. We can just go straight on after we get past security. So that's what we're doing now. Now that we had all of our bags sniffed by the very good, hard-working doggo, we can go through security and then hop right on board. All right, we have successfully made it past security. We're getting ready to hop on board the ship right now. We have our different photo ops over here. We're not gonna be participating in that. Do we need to go anywhere else? I don't know. Let's see, we're about to find out. Hello.
Welcome. Straight down.
Straight down, thank you. So yeah, if you do want to stop here for a photo op with the Carnival Conquest backdrop, you can very much so do that. We are not going to do that. You can see the seating areas over here. We have another guest services area right here. Let's keep on going. Let's hop on board. Heading on up the escalator, we are about to board the Carnival Conquest. We're getting our first up-close look at the ship right now. a little rusty, but I'm sure we're still gonna have a lot of fun. You can see they're loading all the bottles of water and other provisions onto the ship right now. We have the Carnival logo down here, and here is a look at the ship. She's a little bit rusty, but you know what? It's not what's on the outside that counts, it's what's on the inside. So let's not waste any time and see what's on the inside. All right, and with that, all of the checks are done and we are getting ready to hop on board the Carnival Conquest, my first ever Carnival Cruise. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm really excited to hop on board. A little bit nervous, but I am excited. One thing that's really important to note is that you need to have your boarding pass paper with you throughout the whole process. They've checked this thing probably like, what, 4 or 5 times now? I think four times. I think 4 times.
One is, yeah.
Yeah, 4 times. So make sure you have this with you, like keep it in a pocket or something. That's where these Hawaiian shirts come in handy because we can just slide it in and out right there. But we're doing it, we're heading on board. Now it is also, oh my God, there's no AC in here. Wow, it is hot. It is worth noting that the whole boarding process from start to finish probably took about 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. Not very bad at all. Like, all things considered, it was a very quick and easy check-in process. We're just hopping right on board. Now, whether or not that's because we have the fast to fun, I don't know, because other than waiting in that first initial line, everyone else seems to be walking on right now. Oh, now there's the AC. But yeah, everyone else seems to be walking on right now. So I don't know if the fast to fun really helped us in this scenario, but we'll see what else happens because our bags are supposed to get to our room nice and early as well. It do be roasty toasty out here. Good Lord. It is hot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Carnival Cruise Line. We have made it on board. Oh, I love it. First things first, food. We need to find food. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at this. This is so cool. Look at all the artwork. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Our highest priority right here at the carnival is your safety.
Yeah, they're asking us to go to our muster stations. We're gonna go ahead and get that done first before we get food. We have guest services over here. Very lengthy line for guest services. We're not gonna be dealing with any of that right now. But wow, I am blown away by this atrium. This is nice. Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to do is find our muster station. We got to go upstairs. There's a staircase over here, but I think there's another one over here. Yep, there's elevators. That means there's a staircase. We have a bunch of elevators over here, and then we have a bunch of elevators over here, which is awesome. I'm loving the availability of elevators. I just wonder how many elevator banks there are. It looks like there's 3, which is fantastic, but we're only going up 1 floor, so let's go ahead and take the stairs. So your muster station is going to be listed on your boarding pass, so you can see, where is it? Right over here, muster station D. We're coming on outside and we're gonna get our safety demonstration. Let's see. Oh, look at the little shark wearing the life vest. Whew, we are back outside and it is hot, hot, hot. Good Lord. We're making our way over to muster station D, so that way we can get that done and then we can get some food. Okay, so we just checked in at our muster station D. It's somewhere over here. The gentleman in red, Steven, you're in the way. The gentleman in red over here is scanning your boarding pass and saying you're good. So, like, there's no demonstration or anything. There's no information given. It's basically, here's your muster station. You're good to go. Like, is there some other way to get information on what to do in case of an emergency? How to put on a life jacket, how to get into the lifeboat, anything like that? Like, there was no safety information given whatsoever. It's basically just scan your boarding pass and you're good to go. I don't know. I don't know how they operate here. I don't know how they do things. It's just something that I found interesting that I'm not used to seeing. So one of the benefits of the Faster to Fun is that you get priority access to your room. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you can go in and start relaxing and lounging about. This is primarily so you can just drop off your bags in the room. Now, it's really important to note, and one of the stateroom hostesses told us, is that you should not leave anything valuable in your room for the time being until the rooms are officially open, because until 1:30, all the stateroom doors are open. So this is our stateroom right now, and you can see it's still in the process of being cleaned. don't leave anything valuable in there. If you want to leave your suitcases in there, that's fine. They said to leave it in the closet, but anything valuable, like my backpack, it's got to stay with me until the rooms actually become available at 1:30. So very important to note. So it's kind of a benefit of the faster to fun, where you can just get rid of your stuff sooner, but you can't necessarily enjoy your room sooner, if that makes any sense. So we made our way up to deck 9. We're getting ready to find some place to eat, but I wanted to point out, it is so hot in this area. Holy cow, like this is a glass roof. There's no air conditioning or anything in here. There's no circulation. It is hot over here. Good Lord. This whole cruise ship is kind of toasty right now, but I'm sure as the day progresses, it'll get better. Hello! Look at that, we have a towel animal. What in the world? I have never seen that before. That is so cool. That is awesome. Does he have a name? What's his name? Huh? Elephant? Oh, Elephant. That's his name. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, here is our first look at the pool area. The pool is very small. I'm sure there are several others located throughout the ship. Huh. Plenty of room for activities out here right now. I'm very curious to see what the Sailaway party is going to look like. But right now we're looking for guys. Oh, you can see a hot tub over here. There's another hot tub right there. Would I recommend going in there while it's this hot outside? No, but it's still really cool. Let's go find guys. So as I expected, we found guys, and there is a lengthy line to get a burger. Hopefully it's good. It's what I really wanted to try after getting on board the ship, because I don't know when the line would possibly be like died down. Should we come back tomorrow and try and rope drop it?
I think we have to do it because this entire morning, he's been going, guys burger, guys burger, guys burger.
I know.
We can't wait another day. Because think about this, right? So what if it's the best burger at sea? If it's good and we don't do it today, that's one less day we don't get to have the burger.
That is very true.
Be thinking about these things.
Yeah, Steven is spitting facts. Big brain, big brain.
However, if it's a bad burger, this line is an absolute waste. We'll find out in a few seconds.
We'll find out. So we're getting closer to getting our guy's burger, and I saw that there was a hand washing station over here, but check out the water pressure. Hold up. Where is it? Like, little bit of water pressure. And it should also be worth noting that I was the only one to wash my hands. No one else has washed their hands that I've seen. All right, we waited about 20 minutes for this burger. Let's see how it is. So unfortunately for this next clip, the audio got a little messed up because I had the microphone facing the wrong direction. But basically what I am saying here is that we had a very difficult time finding a space to sit and eat our burger. We actually walked around for almost 10 minutes trying to find a place to sit. There was nowhere to sit on the proper Lido deck. Then we walked into the Lido buffet, which is connected to the Lido area outside next to guys, and we could not find a table. The buffet itself was slammed. It was a very difficult time. We had to basically be sharks and wait for someone to get up and then kind of swoop in and grab a table, which was still dirty by the time we sat down. But either way, we did find a table, and I was finally able to try my guy's burger. Okay, I am very impressed. That burger was actually quite delicious. It kind of felt like I was eating Five Guys fries with the way that they were cooked and seasoned. Oh no, it was really nice. I would definitely get that burger again. And I added some of the barbecue sauce on it too. That was really good. Now, like, to be fair though, any burger is gonna be better than a Disney Cruise Line burger, because the Disney Cruise Line burgers are the same patties that they use in the theme parks, and they're typically not the best. Like, these are definitely very good patties. So far, Carnival's impressing me on the food front, and I also want to point out that there are a lot of options to get food on board that are complimentary, just from what I saw, because we have Guy's Burger Joint, the Blue Iguana, the Lido Buffet, there's a pizza place that I'm looking at right now, and according to Steven, there's also a barbecue place, which we don't know if that's complimentary, but it's still an option, which is really cool. So having options is definitely a really good thing. So something I want to point out with the solarium is that it looks like this roof is retractable. You can see the track over here, and there's a motor right there. It looks like it retracts. So that's really cool. If it's like storming outside, you still have access to a pool area. So we have made it to the top deck, and we are actually on the aft of the ship. I thought we were at the forward of the ship because the solarium is right here. You can see the retractable roof over here, and you can see the whale tail. But yeah, we're at the very, very back of the ship, which is interesting. We have a nice view of the Miami skyline over here. Whatever the heck that is that they're building over there, all the concrete, really, really cool. And we can see the Virgin Voyages cruise terminal right here. Unfortunate that there's no Virgin ship in port today, but that's where they would go. And something that I'm not used to seeing is a Panamanian flag being flown from a cruise ship. I'm used to seeing the flag of Nassau being flown, but hey, I guess this one's registered to Panama. So we're doing a little bit more exploring. We came up a couple of decks. We have the sports court over here, which, by the way, there is a window and like dome in the middle of the sports court, which is interesting. We have the whale tail up here, and then there's a mini golf like course over here. So let's go up there and check it out. So our goal is to get up there to the mini golf course, but in order to get there, you have to go through the pickleball and the basketball. So you have to go through this gate over here, cut through there, and then go up the stairs. So there's no like more direct way to get to the mini golf course, which is interesting. So let's go inside and check it out. We have to like go behind these people who are playing right now. We have to go this way. You can kind of see down there, which is interesting. And then you come up top over here. Okay, so we're over here on the golf course, and this is kind of confusing. So there's a helicopter. We have hole number 1, right? This is hole number 1. Hole number 1, 2, 3, and 4 off in the distance, right? So hole number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to complete those holes, and then you have to come over here around this side of the funnel to complete 5, 6, and 7 down yonder that way. It's not like a full loop. A little confusing, but it's interesting. I mean, it's better than no mini golf course at all. It's cool. Made it a little further back onto the ship. We were just back there a little while ago for the solarium, and you can see this is the roof of the Lido buffet that's right under us. Oh, cornhole. But yeah, you can see there's plenty of room for activities over here, plenty of spaces to lounge about, plenty of lounge chairs, whole bunch of room to do whatever you need. And there's a jogging track, it's worth pointing out. Jogging track that goes all the way around over here. Whew, okay, it is way too hot to be outside any longer, so we decided to come down to deck 5, and we ran into the casino. Really, really interesting. It like reeks of cigarette smoke. Like, it is heavy cigarette smoke. It was one thing on the Jewel to have a slight smell of cigarette smoke, but this is like heavy cigarette smoke, so just make sure you guys are aware of that. But yeah, plenty of machines. You can see all the blackjack tables over here. I'm sure there's roulette somewhere as well that we haven't seen. Actually, I think the roulette table's over there. But yeah, this place is huge. Definitely a really, really big casino. Also, the only reason why I'm able to show you any bit of the casino right now is because we are still docked and the casino isn't open. Once we're out at sea and the casino is open, then you can't film in here. All right, our cabins are now open. It is time for us to explore. One thing I want to point out, bags are not here yet. Neighbors' bags are there, and they don't have a first to the fun tag. So unfortunately, the benefits that we paid extra for is not being utilized at the moment. There are quite a few other bags over here, so I don't know how they go about separating it. You know, things do happen. You know, it could be a fluke. This might not be your experience, but it's just ours. You know, we paid $80 extra to have our bags here early, so I don't know. Let's just go explore the room, I guess.
Yeah, at least we have our room.
At least we have our room. So our room keys came in this little envelope. I'm going to go ahead and have Steven open it up. No, wait, no, you don't have hands. I got it. You sure? You got it?
There's actually no, you just tear it open, I guess.
I think so.
Right in half. Who cares? This is so embarrassing. I'm struggling.
Oh, look at you with your fancy gold card.
I'm cool.
I'm a first timer. Oh, at least our room keys say first to fun. That's really interesting.
Oh, it does say that.
Huh. I wonder what that gets us, like, throughout the rest of the cruise, or if it's just for funsies.
I don't no.
For funsies. Funny joke, funny joke.
A fun joke.
Fun
joke.
We're here to have fun. All right, let's go into the room. All right, we don't have to put our room key in a thing, but let's go ahead and just turn on all the lights. Bit of a tight squeeze coming in. Steven.
I'm in.
Ooh. Take a look at this. Celebration key pins? That's really cool. We are the second official cruise to visit Celebration Key. We have a bunch of literature and stuff over here. We have a Celebration Key pamphlet. All right, here we are in room 6276 on the Carnival Conquest. Let's go ahead and get started with this room tour. Starting off over here, we have closet space. You can see we have our life jackets. Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It is very loud in the hallway. There's a vent over here, so you can hear everything that's going on. Anyways, we have our life jackets over here that we never learned how to put on, so heaven help us if something happens. We have hanger space over here, space to put our bags. I know it's a little blurry. Close that one up. We have another closet space over here with hanger space and some shelves and down at the bottom. Let's see. We have another closet space over here with nothing interesting inside. We're going to go ahead and close that up. We have plenty of desk space over here with a bunch of literature, which we'll get into in just a moment. We have drawer space over here with a hair dryer. And I do believe this is our mini fridge. Yep, mini fridge right here. Let me go ahead and open that up. There you go. We have a couple of big bottles of water over here that do cost extra. They are $4.75 each. We have big TV over here. Mirror. We have two twin-size beds that have been separated, so in case you guys are sailing as a couple, you can actually have them together. But Steven and I are not a couple, so we have them separated. Where is Steven, by the way? I haven't seen him in a minute. Anyways, we have our bench, or not bench, this is a couch. We have a couch over here. Is this storage? Oh, wow. We have some storage space underneath over here, which is really cool. Also a broken hanger. You'll love to see it. We have a coffee table over here, a couple of towels for us to use. This is our do not disturb sign. Noise keeps coming out of this closet. I don't know why. I think it's haunted. Anyways, we have bathroom over here. Pretty standard sized bathroom. Nothing too crazy. We have towels, a bunch of mirrors, some storage space over here. And then we have our shower space, which it's an okay size. I think I'll be totally fine in here as a bigger guy. And we do have a shower curtain. Oh. Well, that's some interesting art to have in the bathroom. But okay. All in all, not bad. Not bad. I was definitely expecting a lot worse. Well, let me do a test. This room is haunted! Let me do a little test over here. Ooh, yeah. There's the dust. I figured. It's very difficult to, well, not really difficult, but it's not really standard procedure to get those dust spaces over there. But yeah, all in all, the room is still pretty nice. It's comfortable. We're only here for 3 nights. It'll be fine.
He's super excited to see me go at it. I tried to nail this in one take, and I'll be honest, I haven't actually finished a 60-second room tour in under 60 seconds in over a year. But we're going to try to get it because we have a witness, so we have to do it this time. We like to do shorter room reviews because we want to get through and get to the fun faster. So,
breathe.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Don't ever do this. This is way too much. This is way too much effort. All right, ready? 60-second room tour starting now. As always, like to start here at the front. All of our safety information. A light switch over here. There's tons of closet space. Hey, a backpack. Hangers. Someone was sitting here earlier, and there's a full-length mirror. Hello, me. Over here is the bathroom. This shower is actually a pretty decent size, but it does have a curtain, so it's kind of annoying. Toilet, sink, tons of shelf space, actually. That's pretty good. Then back to the main part of the cabin. Tons of information. Drawer and a hair dryer. Drawer, seat, trash can, a 220, a 110, an Adrian, a couch, a table. There's actually 2 USBs on each side on the lamp. These beds can be combined together or separated as they are in case if you don't love each other.
Sorry.
And then our balcony. I'm going to call it time. I don't think that was 60 seconds, but I don't know. How did I do? You were actually looking at the time.
I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy enjoying it, so we'll see.
Was the 60-second room tour everything you expected and more?
I loved every second of it. All probably 60 seconds plus of it. Okay, update. Current time is 1:50 and my bag has arrived. Unfortunately, Steven's bag hasn't, and we dropped off our bags together at the same time. He's a gold member and he didn't get his bag. Mine got here. What's interesting is that there is another bag here, and it's written in for our stateroom, but this is not our bag in the slightest, so I don't know why some poor soul is having their bag over here. So, interesting. It's a good thing you paid to have your bag delivered early.
I'm a gold member, dang it! I demand my bag right now!
So I know it seems like we're dunking really hard on the value of the faster to fun. However, I am very pleased to say that the true value of this came at the very end of the cruise on disembarkation day, where we were among the very first ones, actually the very first ones, to get off the ship at 7:15 a.m. If you're carrying off all of your bags with you, you're able to get off at 7:15 in the morning, and we were literally the only ones in the terminal at that time. This was by far the smoothest disembarkation I've ever had, and I was able to catch an Uber from the port of Miami in less than 5 minutes. That is absolutely unheard of, and that is what added the true value to the Faster to the Fun program. Okay, so can you guys hear this? You guys can hear that, right? So this vent leads outside, and we can hear everything that's going on. So, unfortunately, we may not have made the best stateroom choice, because right outside our room, it leads to the atrium right here. So we can hear all of this right from our room. So if there are any parties going on late at night, then we're cooked. We're not going to be able to sleep. Thankfully, I brought earplugs, but this is going to be very interesting to handle over the next 3 nights. But on a positive note is that if there is anything interesting going on in the atrium, we can just watch it from right here, no problem, and go right back to our room. So something I didn't point out in the initial room tour is the outlet situation. So that is the only normal outlet, and that is 110 volt. We have a European 220 volt, but you need an adapter for it. Now, thankfully, I do have an adapter that can plug in there, so I have my laptop charging right now, and I do have a video uploading, so that way you guys can watch it a little bit later on. By the time this video comes out, you guys would have already seen it. Also, this does convert into a bed somehow. You can remove these cushions over here, and this can convert into a bed, which is really cool to see. And I never showed you Sleeping Beauty over here. I never showed you guys the balcony. So let's go ahead over here and show you guys. I have my 360, well, not 360, I mean it says 360, but I have my Insta over here ready for a time lapse. And then we have our balcony. Nothing too fancy. We have a little bit of rest down here, and by a little I mean a lot, but it's fine. It serves its purpose. We have a couple of chairs out here, so that way we can hang out and observe. It should be fun. It should be fun. I'm still extremely excited. Also, a little bit of a confession I need to make. This technically isn't my first ever Carnival Cruise. My last Carnival Cruise was way back in like 2010 when I was in high school, and we went on the Carnival Ecstasy over spring break. I don't remember any of that cruise really whatsoever, other than us spending a night in Nassau. So this is pretty much my first ever Carnival Cruise, because I don't remember the experience at all. So I'm just here to have fun. It's going to be an awesome time.
That's exactly how Carnival wants you to experience it, where you don't remember any part of it.
If you're doing Carnival right, you will walk off the ship not remembering a gosh darn thing. Guys, I found one. I found a duck. I found a duck. Oh, his sunglasses, no. I shook him too hard. Shaken ducky syndrome. So, I don't know how it is on other Carnival ships, but it's worth noting that on the Conquest on Embarkation Day, the midship elevators are sectioned off and used for luggage. So like on other ships I've seen, there are specific crew elevators that they use for luggage. On this ship in particular, they use regular guest elevators. So instead of having 3 elevator bays on embarkation day, you only have 2. So we're in the middle of looking for our main dining room, and we stumbled across this one. This is the Renoir restaurant, and this sign is actually pretty funny. Which way to the Yum? Welcome to the back entrance of the dining room. Sneaky. Either enter here and walk through the dining room to the host stand, or up to deck 5, head toward the atrium, then back down to deck 3. Entrance is behind the lobby bar. So I do believe this is just one of the main dining rooms, and you can see it is 2 levels. We're on deck 4 right now, and we have a bunch of tables up here. We have tables down there. Looks awesome. So like, we're just very curious as to what this little space here is for, because there's nothing here, and you can just kind of come down over here and just look out over the main dining room. Almost like, you know, you're the owner of the restaurant, you're just sitting here with a drink and just observing the patrons of, you know, the restaurant that you've built. God?
Good afternoon, Carnival Conquest.
Oh, it's the captain.
This is Captain Inaugural.
Close enough.
On behalf of officers, staff, and crew, it's my pleasure to welcome you on board.
We will now demonstrate the emergency signal, consisting of 7 or more short blasts followed by a long blast on the ship's whistle. This will be supplemented by the same signal over the PA system. If you're sensitive to loud noises or have small children, please be prepared.
Prepare yourself.
I was about to tell you the same thing.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That wasn't as long as it normally is.
I know.
That was 7 short blasts and 1 medium blast.
That's exactly what that was.
That was our general emergency alarm. In the unlikely event of an emergency, the general emergency alarm signal will sound.
Okay, we have made it to the theater, and oh my gosh, take a look at this. This place is actually really nice. I'm gonna zoom in on some of the details on the walls, but oh my gosh. This theater is a lot bigger than I anticipated it being. And I love how down here on ground level you have the tables so you can sit down. There's no like individual seats. You can kind of just sit down wherever, and you can have a drink over here and enjoy the show. And take a look at this stage. It's a decent sized stage. This is so cool. I love the curtains and how sparkly it is. I'm sure when it comes up, it'll look really, really cool. This is nice, and I love the little dome over here as well. It's very European, and I mean, it should have been immediately obvious that the ship is like overall theme is European, but this is still really cool. I love all of this. All right, it is just after 3:30, and we are up on the top deck getting ready for Sailaway, my first ever Carnival Cruise Sailaway party. I'm hyped for this. I've heard a lot of wild things about Carnival Sailaway parties. Let's see what it's all about.
Everybody hands up, come on. Everybody hands up, come on. Everybody hands up, come on. Everybody, come on, come on, come on. Y'all know the ones. See it up, come on, everybody.
What's going on, my beautiful Conquest family? Who's ready for vacation? Oh, I know y'all. I can feel this excitement. This whole Lido deck is on fire. Now I'm gonna bring to you a team that is gonna bring the fun to you every single day this cruise. I want y'all to go wild. I want y'all to go crazy. And give it up for the #1 best entertainment team in all the 7 seas. It is your Carnival Conquest Entertainment Team! Hey!
Don't y'all, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
Introducing your daytime, nighttime, all the time entertainment team. It's my fun squad! And now, taking care of your kids all cruise long. after your little ones so you can enjoy the cruise. Y'all better give them some love. If you came to party, let me see your hands up. If you came to cruise, let me see your hands up. If you're here on vacation, let me see those hands up. Y'all make some noise for thing one, thing two, and Cat in the house. Oh my God, thing one. What's going on, thing two? How we do? Oh my goodness. Cat, what are y'all doing out here? Oh, you want to do the cha-cha? Are you serious? Can you lead this thing? All right, listen, hey, everybody, I want y'all to join Cat in thing one, thing two, and doing the cha-cha slide. So come on in, y'all, and then you can do this from top to bottom. Y'all better get ready for it.
And this time, turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp.
Hey.
Charlie Brown.
Front them, back them. We're about to kick things off in the best way possible. This is your vacation. 1, 2, 3, let me say hey!
So we're making our way to the front of the ship and we're walking through Serenity, which is the adults only area. And it's going to be more of a quiet zone throughout the cruise. You can see there are a couple of kids here, but it happens. It's Sailaway. We're all excited to be heading on out to sea for the next couple of days of vacation fun. We always love to come out to the front of the ship and enjoy watching the ship sail out. Those are the horns. So we made it back down to the stateroom. We remembered that we had a balcony, so we got away from the people soup, which it was a vibe up there. Everyone was having a lot of fun, but it was a little too people-y. So we finished out the Sailaway party. We came back down to the balcony. We're gonna chill out for a little bit before dinner. I have a pina colada in my hand. You guys already know it's not an embarkation day in Sailaway without a pina colada. So yeah, is it as good as what I get on other cruise ships? No, I still think the ones on Royal and Disney are better, but this is still perfect. It's got the alcohol and it hits the spot. So you see, the thing about hanging out on verandas is that you hear it. First of all, it's really quiet and it's just you and the sounds of the ocean, and it's so relaxing and so calming, but it also makes you incredibly sleepy, because this is almost like the equivalent of sleep sounds. So I've been up since 4:30 in the morning and I haven't had a nap, and I am drowsy. I'm fighting a war here on embarkation day, but we're pushing through it. But it's just something that I thought I'd share, that it can be relaxing. You just gotta fight your urges to take a nap, because you want to make sure that you sleep well on your first night.
The energy is anything like it was at the Sailaway thing. Man, this is going to be one heck of a...
I want you guys to know the door is closed, and this is how clearly we're hearing the announcements in the hallway, because of that vent right there. And every room has it.
Who needs announcements to the room when you have that vent?
I know, right? There's literally no excuse to miss any announcements that are made on board the ship. No matter what, you will hear it, I promise. It is finally time for us to make our way down to the main dining room for dinner. This is probably going to be the only night that we're in the main dining room for dinner on this cruise, but let's go ahead and make our way down. So on our way down to the main dining room, we came across this glass case, and it's got a bunch of different plaques with different ports and stuff. Like you can see Antigua, what is this, Port of Charlotte. We have Port of Road Town Tortola. We have St. Kitts, and then this one caught my eye. You can see we have a Disney ship over here, and upon closer inspection, we know it's either the Dream or the Fantasy, but looking at the very back, you can see Dumbo, so we know that that is the Fantasy. So we're having to take the long way around to the main dining room, but look at all these photo backdrops that they have out here. That's really cool. You can see a whole line of them just stretching down this hallway. So again, we're continuing to make our way over to the main dining room in the aft of the ship, but I just want to point this out because it made me audibly gasp and say, wow. Look at this. Look at the sunflower over here. That is so cool. We have to go down to the main dining room and you can see it through the glass over here. It's in the very aft of the ship. You can see we have another lounge over here called Vincent's. We have a bunch of sunflowers over here. We have the Degas lounge. What in the world? I'm just like kind of obsessed with the artwork and the style of the ship overall. It's very French and European, which we'll get into a little bit later because I did a little bit of research while we were chilling in the room. But let's make our way down to the main dining room. Kind of looks like a heart over here too. That's cool. All right, we have made it to the Monet dining room. Let's go ahead and take a look at the menu. For appetizers, we have a pepperdelle with braised lamb. We have roasted duck rolls, shrimp cocktail, seasoned mixed lettuce, Caesar salad, roasted tomato soup, a wild rice Gruyere, and country chicken soup. We also have a sushi boat that you can purchase for an additional $34 if you want. For your Emerald Selects, this is kind of like your chef's selections or like your recommendations. So for an appetizer, you can get a crawfish strudel, or for an entree, you can get barbecue salmon. We have our entree selections over here, which includes Szechuan shrimp, a Cornish game hen, a 12-hour braised short rib. I think that's what I'm going to go for. We also have a pepperdelle with braised lamb, a vegetable Wellington, and an Indian vegetarian dish. For salads, we have an ultimate Cobb salad for an entree, and your everyday options include a grilled chicken breast and a broiled strip loin steak. And then over here, we have our added charge options. So all of these are going to be an additional $25 on top of what you would be not paying because everything here is free either way. So if you want to pay an additional $25, you can get a surf and turf, a broiled filet mignon, a New York strip steak, or a grilled lamb chop. The desserts, however, are complimentary. You don't have to pay anything extra for these. You have a cheesecake, a navel orange cake, a Carnival melting chocolate cake, which is like a chocolate lava cake. We also have a fresh tropical fruit bowl, a selection of ice cream and sorbet, and a cheese plate. Something important I want to note is that a surcharge of $5 will be charged for a third entree. So you can get 2 entrees for completely free, but if you want a third one, it'll be $5. Okay, starting things off with a singular bread roll. I'm sure if we ask for more, they'll give us one, but they don't give us a bread basket. It's just a singular roll. It is warm though. That is a huge plus. It is warm. All right, the first entree has arrived. I ordered the pepperdelle pasta with lamb. It looks and smells amazing. I can't wait to dig in. Okay, so the pepperdelle pasta was actually really, really tasty. I was pleasantly surprised. The pasta was cooked perfectly. It tasted fresh, and the lamb was tasty. The only downside is that there was just a tiny little, like, dollop of lamb. I really wish that there was more lamb in there. And this dish is actually listed in the entree, so there's an entree-sized portion of this dish, which I would totally get. I just hope that the entree portion includes more lamb. It feels like they're skimping on the lamb a little bit with that one, but regardless, still very tasty. Highly recommend. And just for funsies, I opted to get the tomato soup. Not gonna finish it, I just wanted to try it. All right, my entree has arrived. I opted for the beef short rib, and it looks and smells amazing. Speaking of looking and smelling amazing, Steven opted for the shrimp dish, and that looks and smells incredible. This is so interesting. They have a photographer going around. They have someone dressed as a pirate just walking around taking pictures with people. What in the world? That's different. Okay, so review of the short rib. Overall, it was fantastic. It was really tender. I didn't need a knife. I could cut it with a fork. Flavorful. I loved the seasoning on it. The vegetables were good. The potato underneath was amazing. The only complaint that I have is that it was greasy. Really, really greasy, and the meat itself was super fatty as well, so I'm sure that didn't help. So by the time I was done with it, it was just a pool of grease at the bottom, and me and too much grease doesn't really work super well, especially with the GLP-1 medications. Like, if you guys are on it, you guys will know how it can affect you if you have too much grease. So hopefully that doesn't bother me a little bit later, but it was still really solid. Overall, I'm impressed with the food I've had so far on Carnival. They're 2 for 2 on their meals. We have dessert coming, and I'll make sure to review that, but so far I'm very impressed. Okay, so I'm not allowed to call it a chocolate lava cake. It's the Carnival chocolate melting cake, but it's basically chocolate lava cake, and I got some ice cream on the side. Let's go ahead and see what we're working with over here, because I've heard some good things. Ooh, okay. I see what we're working with here. That looks good. I can't wait to dig in.
We have the crew members coming from 27 different countries. They are the one who's taking care of us for the next 3 days. How about that one? Give them, everybody, give them a hand,
Okay, I'm about to say something that may or may not ruffle a few feathers and may blow some people's minds. This chocolate lava cake is the best lava cake I've ever had, and I genuinely think that I prefer this over the chocolate souffle at Palo. I said it. I said it. I know that that's a crazy thing to say, but this was hands down the best chocolate lava cake ever. Like, I am blown away and shocked at how good that was. It's crazy. My friend Steven's saying it's not lava cake, it's like melted chocolate cake. But that was still really good. I am blown away. Absolutely incredible. If you guys are on the Conquest, do not miss out on this melted chocolate cake. It's so good. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. So good. So we made our way inside Alfred's Bar. It's located directly across the way from the main dining room, and I am shocked at how nice this place is. I love the decor, I love the details, the marble busts are really cool, and then it leads on down, it looks like, to the main restaurants that's more towards the center of the ship. So there's like a long hallway over here and some stairs up. Let's do some exploring. So we're making our way over to like the next main dining room, and it's like a little hallway that kind of comes out. But what the heck is this space over here? It's just a random square area that I assume leads outside, but it's just a random blank space. Oh yeah, it does lead outside. Someone just came from out there. But yeah, it's just a random little space to prance around apparently on your way to the next main dining room, which is interesting. Now that we are out at sea, the stores are open. Let's head on inside and see what they have. As soon as we walk in, we have a selection of different snack items in case the complimentary food isn't enough for you. We have some more snacks on this side, even more snacks on this side, and then it looks like we also have some like medicines and stuff. We have Dramamines, we have different items that you may have forgotten at home, Listerine, Sea-Bands, Q-tips, baby oil, we have different shampoos and conditioners, whole bunch of different stuff. Female pads in case you guys need them. And check this out, guys. Does this look familiar? This is like the same model of floating speaker that Disney Cruise Line has. So instead of the two red funnels, they have the Carnival funnel, the whale tail. That's really cool. I tell you what, I was not expecting to see Peppa Pig on board. Now, I did say prior to coming on board that I did want a Carnival shirt. We have a couple to choose from over here. There's some more down that way, but I think I want one that says Carnival Conquest. I think maybe this one, because I'm not really a fan of white, and this other Carnival one is just a darker color and it just says Carnival. Let's see what they have over there. Well, the blue one's automatically out because the fun design is on the back. They have the little thing on the front, fun design on the back. Why? Why do we keep doing this? Ooh, okay, this red shirt is promising. Red shirt maybe? I don't know. Let's see, is the fun design on the back? No, okay. We may have a winner, guys. It's a 2X. I fit into some 2Xs. Let's see, do we have any sneaky 3Xs? No, 2Xs. I might be able to squeeze into a 2X because it all depends on the material that I'll fit into a 2X. Actually, no, we have 3Xs over here. Haha. And then check this out, guys. We have Celebration Key merch. Holy cow, I was not expecting to see merch on board the ship. I expected to see some on the island. We have some cups over here. We have some toothpick holders or shot glasses, however you decide to use it. We have some t-shirts over here, which I actually picked myself up one because I wasn't expecting to see one. We also have some Celebration Key hats. And then I do believe we have the same thing on the other side as well. But that is so cool that we have Celebration Key merch. And of course, last but not least, I have to pick myself up a ship model. I cannot bring myself to get on board a new ship and not get one. So we just got back to the room and we have presents. What the heck? It's got Steven's name on it, so I have no idea what that's for. But we have a fun times thing. Is that like a times guide for tomorrow or something?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. Okay, so a little bit of a haul here. We, of course, have our Carnival Conquest ship model, which is amazing. I got the Celebration Key shirt, which I'm really excited to wear at home. And then I opted for this shirt. So this one, like, wasn't on display in the little case. So I kind of saw this and I was like, oh, cool. A design in the front. It says Carnival Conquest. Perfect. And it's gray. So another thing to wear at home. All three of these items came out to $91 total after the discounts were applied. And unfortunately, they said that they had no bags, which I think is a conspiracy, but that's besides the point. So we got to find a way to, well, not really these, but this. I got to find a way to get this home. All right, time to head on inside the Toulouse Lounge, or theater. I don't know why they call it a lounge. It's a theater for the Welcome Aboard show tonight.
Welcome on out, everybody. How are we feeling out there tonight, y'all? Y'all feeling good? Oh, you know, we got a 3-day adventure ahead of us. I am so excited. I can just tell the energy in this room. This is going to be a great cruise, y'all. Now listen, as Justin said, my name is Robbie. I have the honor and privilege of being your cruise director for the next 3 days. And I'm so excited because let me tell y'all something. This is the first cruise that we're going to Celebration Key, everybody. Got built. We are one of the first ships that are going to be there. That means we get first taste of it all. Carnival's new private island. I'm so excited myself. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't go Ferrari, but don't make it take a while. Keep the next box and more Atari. The way you play the game, I keep on falling. And I loved with you. 'Cause darling, I will with you till I'm 70. Better off for love. Baby, my heart will see it's 123. Too hot, hot damn. Don't hold me. Too hot, hot damn. Make everyone retire, man. And then we're dancing and singing and moving to the groove and just like.
All right, guys. And with that, a crazy embarkation day has come to a close. I am so exhausted. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, but I just gotta say, first ever Carnival cruise, because I don't remember anything from the last time. I have had my expectations blown away. Like, everything I thought I knew about Carnival cruising, I just thrown out the window. It is such a different experience than what I was expecting, and I still have so many thoughts about this cruise so far, just based off of this first day, that I can't wait to share with you guys over the next coming days. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel for the future videos that I have going on. Tomorrow we have a day at sea, so we are going to be spending the whole day exploring the ship, doing a bunch of different activities, and then we also have like an 80s glow party on the top deck tomorrow, so that's going to be really cool. Just know that I am having fun. This cruise line is all about having fun, and everybody here is having fun. They're all here to have a good time. Everyone's having fun. I'm having fun. It's a very different experience than what I'm used to, but I'm so happy that I am here experiencing this and bringing you guys along with me. I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video. Leave a like if you enjoyed and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about today's video. And if you guys want to be a real MVP, leave the word cruise down in the comment section below to let me know that you guys made it all the way until the very end. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.